No one has more state pride than New Mexicans. The vibrant culture, bold flavors, unique history, and dramatic landscapes under our Zia sun are like no other. And the people of New Mexico are a rare breed. As diverse as we are, together we breathe life and soul into this high desert land. A land that promises adventure. I'm Michael Newman, and as your host, I'll be taking you with me as I seek out the best the land of enchantment has to offer.
New Mexico, it feels like home to me. It feels so true. It's time well spent when I spend it with you.
Thanks for watching another episode of New Mexico True Television. I'm your host, Michael Newman. In this episode, we're going to get a dose of healing experiences you can have in the land of enchantment.
Whether it's connecting with the land or bonding with our fellow creatures, taking in the waters or savoring healthy food, we find ways to nurture the human spirit. Today, I'm headed a few miles north of Santa Fe to the rolling hills of the Sangre de Cristos, where I will be taking part in a transformative experience with Equus Santa Fe, a program fostering self-discovery and growth through the interaction with horses. Equus founder, Kelly, will be guiding me through my equine experience today.
Some of the work that we're doing is, some people might call it horse whispering, when in fact they're whispering to you. A lot of their language is nonverbal. A lot of it is energetic. And so they give us information, ways that are really safe, subtle, and quiet.
So we have to tune our antennas a little bit.
Exactly, we have to tune our antennas. Let me back up and just say that the herd is a 55 million year old system.
Right.
They're the oldest, most successful mammal on the planet. So when we play with the herd and the horse, we're playing with a very successful system to teach us ways of being that can help us thrive.
Right.
So my job's just to read what they're doing in your company, give you some information that can be helpful, and we're going to play and have fun.
Sweet.
I will be over here.
Hey, buddy.
As my time with the group drew to a close, the unspoken exchange between the horses and myself eluded me, making me curious to hear what Kelly had surmised from the interaction.
So allow me to tell you a few things that I noticed.
You may.
In that.
There you are.
There's a saying in this work, which is how you do anything is how you do everything. So you come into a space where you don't know, and you're very gentle on the earth, and you're cautious as you walk around, and you pick up some hay and offer it as an offering, which is a beautiful offering, and can get in the way of just pure connection. To have that as a way in is a beautiful thing. If it's your only way in, it can cost you because it makes you small and it makes the other small, because we need this. Does that resonate with you
more
at
direct.
all?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So you have a choice here with who we're going to play with to work on, building that fidelity to yourself, to being you, without having to fall into necessarily appeasing in order to build relationships.
Right.
So does that feel like a good direction we're going?
Yeah. To be honest, the female mare.
Artemis?
Artemis, the kind of dominant
Yes?
female, I think would be interesting for me to interact with.
So perfect. That's exactly how I was seeing it too.
Okay, sounds
Great.
good.
Good.
Let's do it.
All right. If she walks around, you can walk with her. She's probably going to roll, so we'll let her do that and get that out of her system.
So they like the sand?
Yeah, it's just really soft and scratchy and... So if she is laying there and you feel to get closer, you may.
Okay.
Being present with yourself. So Michael, I didn't expect this, so I just want to tell you what's happening here. So laying down is the most vulnerable place for a horse to be. And you see how she's blinking her eyes? That's a horse in a very kind of Zen space. And horses always get up after a roll. So this is a very, very important moment for her with you. This means that your presence, without anything added, no bribery, no pleasing, no grass, no metaphorical hay, is extremely safe to the strong feminine. Can you tell me what that is for you? This never happens. This never happens. So there's a gift to your presence, because this strong animal who her entire life's work is around caring for a herd of horses, in your presence, she can relax. She can let go. So any impressions, anything, Michael, you just really need to let in, because this is a real significant sharing, teaching, downloading for you and her. She's also benefiting. What does this tell you?
She just wants to be empowered to be herself. When there's a lot expected of her all the time, we're all human, but we're all beings. We need respite. We need to nurture and be nurtured. And for me, there's just the ultimate desires for whoever or whatever to be in its fullest potential and its fullest self, and not necessarily having to need to be anything else.
With Kelly's interpretation as I lay with Artemis, the lesson was learned. And I am forever grateful. After an experience like this, you may need some time for reflection. Head to 10,000 Ways for a soak at this pristine Japanese spa. And take some time to explore the surrounding community of Tsuke. Get your art fix at the magnificent sculpture garden of Shidoni Foundry, or grab a bite to eat at the Tsuke Village Market. Up next, we reconnect with Mother Earth.
We have a new way for you to watch true television with bonus mobile content, so grab your smartphone or tablet and we'll fill you in shortly. Do you have your smartphone ready? To get the bonus content for today's show, text NMTrueTV to 505-393-2060 and we'll text you back this episode's companion Mixonium dashboard. It's got great stuff like an interactive map, restaurant and lodging information, show segments, and more. Text NMTrueTV to 505-393-2060 for a brand new and exciting Mix dashboard. No app necessary, text now. Do you take a lot of pictures on your New Mexico travels? Well, if you do, show us by hashtagging New Mexico True on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Just an hour north of Albuquerque on New Mexico 4 is the luxurious mountain inn and spa of Cañón del Rio. Tucked under the red cliffs of the Jemez with 6 acres of land leading to the river, it makes for a magnificent gateway to the nature immersion experience I've signed up for today, Becoming Earth.
500 years ago, we all had ancestors and they all had a skill set that allowed them to live and progress on to the next generation. I like to call the skill set that they have earth living skills. The skill set that we would need to live in balance and harmony with the energy and the matter that surrounds us. We have all these distractions in our daily life, and the goal is to get rid of those distractions. And we'll run through a series of exercises that leads us to that result.
And with that, we're on our feet, stretching our arms into the space around us, exercising and fine-tuning our owl eyes.
Being able to be conscious of your peripheral vision and what you can take into that's the first step in becoming Earth. The next thing we're going to do is learn how to move with the rhythms and the energy of the earth. There's so much learning that you can have when you feel the textures of the grass and the plants and the earth. You want to sink into your knees a little bit. An average fox walk is about 1 step every 3 seconds. Close your eyes while you're walking. Our balance comes from our ears. See what your feet are telling you. What are you learning from your feet while your eyes are closed?
Mastering the fox walk and sensing the rhythm of the earth and my surroundings is no small feat. To strengthen this ability, our default senses of sight and sound must be depleted.
Another person is going to try and fox walk up to that person and touch them on the shoulder. The exercise is for the person sitting down, for them to start to develop the ability to sense presence.
As being the one sitting, the first time you kind of realize how not in tune you are with your own intuition. And then the second time you're like committing to what comes to you in that split second, and how important it is to have all of the other thought patterns out.
We are going to do a blindfold, barefoot string walk. Amy will be at the end of the string to take you off the string. You guys look like you're up for the challenge though.
No cheating.
Amy, go make the course longer. No, all right.
It's a testament to Rorik's trustworthy nature we're willing to traipse through the brush, barefoot and blindfolded, to an unknown destination at the end of the rope.
One step every 3 seconds. Just go slow and feel with your feet.
Ultimately, though, I think the challenge must be geared more to finding trust in ourselves and our ability to hone in on the skills we've been developing over the course of the day. It's hard to put into words the feeling of walking this line, where you are drawing everything inward in such a physically tangible way. Feeling vulnerable and empowered at the same time, your blindfold and the environment commanding your senses operate at full capacity. It is completely wild, as only that which is truly natural can be.
You made it.
We've learned how to open our eyes and look at the earth. We've learned how to move through the earth. Now we're going to become earth. And this is basically a style of primitive camouflage. So the first thing we want to do is dull down.
As Rorik's first volunteer, Gary's skin quickly disappears under ash, mud, clay, and coal, becoming a living canvas of earth elements. He pulls the look off well. After seeing the smile creep across Gary's face, we were all ready to go for it. After all, who doesn't like to get dirty? There is something primal and inherently fun in dousing yourself in layers of mud. Quite literally, we were becoming Earth. As Earth people, we make our way to another part of the property for a fire ceremony. Rorik leads us into this ancient sacred ritual.
The wisdom of fire is that we are all children of the earth with our own unique light. It's our responsibility to grow and develop our gifts and talents and our abilities, and then to spread them like fire throughout the earth.
After the ceremony, we make our way down to the river to cleanse ourselves in one of the other sacred elements, water. Our purifying dunk in the river is the perfect prelude for Amy's guided meditation back at the inn. The meditation helped bring everything from the day into focus, becoming the catalyst for the full integration of our experience. At the end of a day like this, there is no better way to come together than over a meal, and Rorik and Amy, along with their families and Cañon del Rio's proprietor Danya, have prepared a beautiful spread that awaits us under the trees. And as nourishing as the meal is the camaraderie felt around the fire, it will be hard to say goodnight. But at least with the setting sun comes my comfy bed at Cañon del Rio. And in the morning, I arise to one of Danya's renowned breakfasts, everything homemade and everything as delectable as it looks. My final earthly delight of this gem of the Jemez is a massage at the spa, the perfect way to unwind from the most stimulating of experiences. If you are interested in the earth living skills experienced in the Jemez, check them out on the web. And ask Danya about some of the hikes to the hot springs of the Jemez, another great way to feel the energy of Mother Earth. Also, while you're there, don't forget to get some of the freshly made fry bread from the stands across from the Walatoa Center. Stay tuned as we head for an oasis in the high desert.
Do you need a reason to hit the road? Find out about upcoming events around the state at newmexico.org.
And now from the pages of New Mexico Magazine. Just over an hour north of Santa Fe off US 285 is the ultimate place to go soak your bones, Ojo Caliente. Literally translated as hot eye, Ojo Caliente was coined by the Spaniards on their quest for gold and the fountain of youth. Today, the hot springs bring visitors from around the globe, seeking the waters for healing and relaxation. The public pools at Ojo are defined not only by temperature, but for their mineral properties. Iron, arsenic, and soda among them, these minerals are considered beneficial for various ailments. The universal remedy, though, is a generous dose of relaxation and rejuvenation. I decide to soak my bones in the iron pool first, giving me a fantastic view of the adjacent mesa once the setting of the Posey, meaning village at the place of the green bubbling springs. The ancestors of today's Tewa tribes also use these waters to heal, with many tales of warring tribes observing peace when at the springs. If you're looking for something more personal, opt for one of the private pools available for rent by the hour. These pools are secluded and bordered by desert cacti and the mesa. The sound created by the steady stream of water pairs with the alluring and grounding smell of charred piñon burning in your personal fireplace, creating an aura of ultimate relaxation. But rejuvenation is another critical component of Ojo, and nowhere is this more evident than the practice of using its vibrant red clay as a way to exfoliate the skin and release toxins from the body. Giving another meaning to playing in the mud, this activity not only brings back the youthfulness to your skin, but also the youthfulness of spirit. After letting the mud bake in the sun, I had to rise like a mummy out of a sarcophagus to rinse the crusting dirt off my skin. But after a good rinse, I promise you'll have the skin of a newborn baby. The mud bath is a do-it-yourself body treatment, but more spa experiences can be found at the historic bathhouse, where I am headed for the ancient Equus facial. This treatment filled with light massage and aromatics is something I need on the weekly. Into a dreamy land I go. Arising from my spa-induced slumber, I decide some yoga will be the best way to wake up my body.
Let's exhale, let's swan dive, forward bend.
The daily yoga classes at Ojo serve as a perfect companion activity for in-between soaks, stretching the muscles already relaxed by the hot springs, and where your breathing can get in sync with the blowing wind.
Nice.
Another major component to the wellness experience is what you put in your body, the food. With a farm on site, much of what you will eat at Ojo is grown right on the property. Nature's Bounty provides executive chef Paul Novak enough fruit and veggies to incorporate seasonal ingredients into their carefully curated menu at the artesian restaurant. From perfectly grilled artichokes to a cedar plank salmon, the acclaimed food here will definitely nourish and tantalize all your taste buds. All in all, the Ojo experience is one that satiates all the senses and is sure to leave your mind, body, and soul feeling reborn from the ancient waters of Mother Earth. For a heavenly slumber, stay overnight in one of their cliffside suites with its own kiva fireplace and soaking pool. While staying hydrated, make sure to drink one of their sumptuous cocktails from the bar. And bring your mountain bike. They have lots of great hiking and mountain biking trails to enjoy. For more great stories like this from New Mexico Magazine, visit newmexico.org. Learn how to balance your doshas, up next. In the University neighborhood in Albuquerque on Silver Avenue is Annapurna, a vegan restaurant specializing in organic fare rooted in Ayurvedic cooking methods. In her culinary classes, chef and proprietor Yashoda shares how you may integrate these ancient Indian science of life philosophies into your own cooking.
Welcome everybody. Today we're going to be making khichdi, and as I believe most of you know, khichdi is the ultimate Ayurvedic food.
Yashoda gives a brief overview of Ayurveda's principles and their influence on food, including the 3 doshas, the 4 seasons, 5 elements, 6 tastes, 7 chakras, and 9 planets.
Ayurvedic cooking really is about digestion. Khichdi can be compared to a stew. You have rice, you have yellow split mung beans, and you have vegetables. It satisfies all 3 doshas of Pitta, Vata, and Kapha. So we're making a tridoshic khichdi. So
the doshas are the 3 energies within your body controlling your physiological activity. As Yashoda goes on to explain, according to Ayurveda, the ingredients of your food, the time of day at which you enjoy your meals, and how much and how often you eat is all dependent upon your personal psychic and physical makeup.
Now we all have all 3 doshas present in our bodies, but what makes us different is the combination of the doshas and which one of those is dominant in our body. And throughout our lives, the doshas go through an imbalance, depending on circumstances. And the idea with Ayurveda and medicine and food is to bring the doshas back into balance with what you were born with. At this point, very important, the foam is actually where the gases are. So we remove that.
So it's to everyone's benefit that we take away the gases.
Absolutely, yeah. And my personal mission statement for myself and my business is no colon left behind. So it's all about the digestion. Hey, have you noticed that I did not stir the pot? And we do not stir the pot.
She's pretty emphatic about this one. The point is to let the water simmer and do its thing, drawing the flavors out on its own. Beyond the flavor, every spice used in Ayurvedic cooking has its own healing properties as well.
Like the turmeric, great antioxidant, so put as much as you want to put in, but not too much because it is bitter.
Once the spices have coalesced to perfection, they're added to the khichdi. And there you have it, the quintessential Ayurvedic meal.
So any takeaways or?
But take your time, don't keep stirring.
Yes.
The 5,000-year-old science, you know, that you just feel the weight of that when you're eating a dish that's like, it's loaded with history and knowledge. All those grandmothers in India cooking this.
These classes are scheduled regularly. Check their website to see when the next one may be coming up. Another great Ayurvedic experience is a Panchakarma treatment offered at the renowned Ayurvedic Institute, also in Albuquerque. And now, here's another New Mexico true treasure.
My name's Rebecca Leatham, and one of my all-time favorite New Mexico true treasures is Sitting Bull Falls. Somewhere between Carlsbad and Artesia, you take a turn off the highway and you travel out into what you feel like is the absolute middle of nowhere. But eventually you come upon Sitting Bull Falls, and it's just this lush, green, incredible place surrounded by mesa and flatland, but there are these beautiful falls with crystal clear water and pools that you can sit in or dip your toes in. It has a vibe of wonder and surprise and relaxation. It would be a great place to just go and either sit and soak or do something transformative. Sitting Bull Falls is an absolute oasis. It's just a gorgeous hidden spot that looks like no place else in New Mexico.
Thank you for letting me share all these amazing experiences that have been healing for the mind, body, and soul. Hopefully it inspires you to go out and seek them for yourself. And with that being said, what are you doing next weekend?